Well, hello, sports fans. Larry Eater, RunBlogRun. This is the track breakdown. This is the preview for day 7. Remember, days 5 and 6 are off days. This is actually day 5 that I'm recording this, so you can have it for your viewing pleasure. Thursday begins at 1:25 p.m. with the women's hammer throw qualifying, and then and Gwen Berry will be competing there. She'll be competing for a new sponsor, Puma. Great story. Actually, you'll have it on RunBlogRun, so check it out a little later today. Then we have qualifying for the women's shot put. We're missing Michelle Carter. Michelle had a benign tumor removed from her ankle, and think about that with the way she throws, how painful it would be for her to throw with an ankle that had just had something exorcised out of it. We're glad that it was benign. We're glad that the 2016 gold medalist and one of our favorite medalists. And a little trivia for you. Since 1948, there have been 2 American women who have medaled in the shot put. The only woman to win a gold was Michelle Carter in 2016. The shot put was introduced for women in 1948, but Earlene Brown won the bronze in 1960, and then she became a star in roller derby. Swear to God, I am not making this up. I have the story by Elliot Denman. It's up on RunBlogRun from our archives. We'll put it up again today. Earlene was a very colorful character and a great thrower. And God, I love roller derby. You know, it's just like so Midwest. Anyway, 5 p.m. is women's pole vault qualifying, and we've got totally awesome vaulters. Sandy Morris, Katie Najia. Don't know Jen Sure showing up. I'll have to double check on that. 5:45 women's long jump. 6:04 first round of the men's 1500. Craig Engels, Matt Centrowitz. There is a whole cast of characters. It's going to be interesting. I don't think any position is guaranteed there. Love Matt, love Craig, but we've got some pretty impressive athletes. And Hobbs Kessler is going to be running too. The high schooler ran 3:34.63, and I almost threw up at Starbucks. Our Dutch brothers, iced Americano, while watching that one. Anyway, kind of surprised me. It was really impressive. 6:31 p.m. the women's 200 first round. Just so you know, Sha'Carri is not competing in the 200. And I think it's smart. You know, she wants to really crank on the 100 and in the 4x1. At 7 p.m., the women's 800 first round. That's going to be amazing. You know, Aji Wilson. There is a whole cast of really talented, couple high schoolers in there too. So that's going to be one to truly watch. Men's discus throw. That could be interesting too, 7:05 p.m. And then the first round of the men's 400 hurdles. Rai Benjamin, among others, and who's leading the world right now. And I think Rai could take the whole thing, but there's Karsten Warholm, there's Mr. Samba, so it could be very, very interesting. The women's shot put final will be tonight at 8 p.m. Again, minus Michelle Carter, but there's a great field. Some young shot putters who are quite impressive and who have been scoring PBs in the 19.5, 19.8 region. So in terms of meters, so pretty dang good. And then one you've been waiting for, the women's steeple chase. Emma Coburn, Courtney Frerick, Mel Lawrence. There's a whole group of athletes. Colleen Quigley will not be competing. She had a PB of 9:10. She left Nike and went to one of the top apparel brands. But she has pulled out. I think it was a fitness issue, and she may have had some injuries. I don't know. But 8:47 tonight, women's steeple. So day 7 is going to be a lot of fun. From 1 to 9, it was hot on Monday. It was 92 where I was at the top of the stadium, but it was about 105 to 107 on the track, and people were burning up. We're still trying to look into the story of Donovan Brazier. He just had a rough time in the 800, and so happy for Clayton Murphy. The 1-2-3 sweep on the New Balance ladies, Ella Purrier, St. Pierre, Corey McGee, and Heather McLean. Wow, that was so inspiring. At the same time, it was sad to see Jenny Simpson, who had won 5 medals on the global level, finish 10th. But they have some young people in there too that could be very, very interesting. Both 400s were fantastic as well. Yeah, the women's 5,000 I really enjoyed. It was a very tactical race. What did you expect? It was 107 on the track. Abby Cooper finished 4th, and she'd run 15:07.8 in the heats. Rachel Schneider, who just changed sponsors, Under Armour was unable to create apparently an adequate track spike, even though they have some great people there and they have been warned to create some spikes. Rachel needed a good spike, and so she's now running for Oko One or Oko 11, as many people call it. And they've got a nice spike line. And Rachel ran a 31:09 last winter, and she's run quite well this springtime, and she gutted it out and finished 3rd. In 1st and 2nd, Elise Cranny and Carissa Schweitzer, that was a duel. And Elise had to run a 63.4 to Carissa's 64.1. 15:27 to 15:29 for the win, and it was a very satisfying race. Women's 1500 was. Men's 800. I'll tell you, Isaiah Jewett. Isaiah, if you can get that last 200 down, you got a medal, man. Bryce Hoppel looked very, very good. Stayed in control, but Clayton got his energy back, and one of our keen observers, Dave Hunter, reminded us that for the final, it was the first time in Eugene that Clayton wasn't wearing K-tape on his, K-type tape on his leg. So he was in there the whole 9 yards. And when he made that move at 550 and then accelerated at 600, that party was done. 143.17, world leader. So exciting. Really enjoyed. Yes, the 5,000 was satisfying. I think day 7 is going to be a lot of fun. Again, starting at 125, going to 847, ending with the women's steeple. Can Emma get an American record? I think there's a good shot if it's cool. I know she liked that record of Courtney Frericks, but I think it's going to come down to the last lap with Courtney and Emma duking it out. It's going to be a glorious race. Thank you again for following RunBlogRun in our trials breakdowns. We've been doing them daily. This is, again, Tuesday. This is day 5, but we've just talked about day 7. On Tuesday and Wednesday, days 5 and day 6, we'll be posting stories each day. We'll be posting some interviews each day. We will also be posting a daily photo gallery from Courtney White. We will also be posting photo montages from Kevin Morris. And then from Tuesday, which is the 22nd, there was the Mackenzie International Meet in Blue River, Oregon. Blue River, Oregon was in the middle of the big fire last year, and they're just getting back to normal. And the folks at Portland Track Festival, the people with Tracklandia, are doing a streaming video meet tonight. Costs $5.99. The money goes to help the local community, but they received a $2 million grant to help build the streaming ability and Wi-Fi ability back in Blue River, and that's allowing them to host this meet. Ollie Hoare is going to be there. It's a whole cast of Dom Scott is going to be competing, whole cast of international athletes and some American athletes, mostly distance events, but I think it should be fun. And we'll have a photo gallery from Halau, the gentleman who did the track festival for us and the Stumptown Twilight. So I hope you enjoy our coverage. If you have suggestions, let us know. And tell us what you think about our social media coverage. I'm very curious to see what you think about that. But pass our stuff on to people and continue to stay safe. Make sure you hydrate if you're around the stadium. Larry Eater, RunBlogRun, signing off.